Guys, it's Fire Alarms and Sirens of the Midwest. Today we're doing another fire alarm collection update. As you can tell, all my alarms, I got a lot more last time. Well, because I didn't include the residential stuff though. That explains everything. Yeah, we're gonna start up there, and then we will be down here. I will not be setting off these heat bells because it's literally almost midnight, and also I don't want to wake anybody up with those. But another thing, I will be pulling all these pull stations as well. So let's get to it. So we're gonna start up on the top. Right, up here we got the Potter bell. This is my Potter PBA 1206. It's a 6-inch 120 volt polarized bell. It is polarized because there is a diode. It is pretty nice bell. Yeah, I might set this off there for a New Year's sound off. I'm going to be able to set all of these off at once, in a matter of fact, actually. Yeah, a good friend of mine gave me this. Good, thank you for that. A big shout out for him. Big shout out to him for that. So this is my two favorite bells as of right now. So yeah, nothing else much to say about that. Beside that, we get the Federal Signal 4050-001T, single action not T-bar, but single action pull station. This is actually branded by Potter as well, but I call it Federal Signal because that's one of the many companies that made these. I know Thorn made these as well as Thorn did, like I just mentioned. Also, Autocall made these as well. If you can think of other companies, tell me in the comments. Besides that, we got my system sensor, P1224MC Spectral Alert Classic. This is a really good alarm if you ask me. This will be in System Test 3. So, I haven't quite decided where I'm going to put that yet. It's a good alarm. Besides that, we got the Wheelock MIZ. MIZ-24S-W. This is a newer style MIZ, so this will do temporal and continuous. As you can see, it says on the back. Alright, beside that, we got the Notifier NBG12L. It wasn't LX, but I took that out because it was originally addressable. But as you can see, I converted it. Unfortunately, that black wire popped out, so I'm going to get a soldering gun, so I have that as a temporary use. Really, really good pull station. Alright, next up, we got the Wheelock MT1220-24, and this was actually quite new. As you can see, it's made in 2016. This is my favorite alarm, and the same friend that gave me the bell actually gave me this. I'm really happy with it. Was wanted MT. I'm happy to finally get one. I might get a horn strobe version of the MT at some point. Just stay tuned for the unboxing for that eventually. I didn't buy it yet, so it'll probably be out for a little while. So, nothing much else to say. It's just an MT horn. Quite nice. This might be on System Test 3. I haven't that quite decided. Alright, next up we do have something that will be on System Test 3. We got the System Sensor P2WL L-Series horn strobe. It's a nice and standard alarm. I really love this thing. It sounds more like an Advance, but it sounds cleaner. It's basically an upgrade version of the Advance with an extra tone. So, let's just say an Advance with a different bonus, or with a bonus on it. So, that will be System Test 3. Next up, we got the Simplex 2903 9001 strobe plate, and behind it, we got the Simplex 2901 9838. It is a good alarm. I'm moving this side now. Alright. Let's go ahead and move this side because my side's being kind of wonky. Yeah, it is an alarm. It is a good alarm. It is not a light. It is actually a strobe. So, I will have a future system test featuring this alarm, so stay tuned for that. And I might get a different horn for it. So, beside that, we got the System Sensor SR Advanced Strobe. See, system sensor SR. This is actually a second gen strobe. Yeah, pretty neat. This is the only strobe I own right now. I might get a Wheelock RSS or an SW, which is this, but in white. So, stay tuned for that as well. Not too much to say about that either. So, yep. My two newest additions to the collection. We got my two system sensor P2W 2WB i3 smoke detectors. These will be on my next system test. If you're wondering why I haven't made a unboxing video, because I was also busy. In my last video I made of me testing one of these with the strobe, I wasn't feeling too well. So I will probably get more of these for the system. For now, you're going to these two smoke detectors. Next up on the line, we got the Simplex 2099-9901. Canadian 4250-120 equivalent. So, I really love this pulse station. In fun fact, this is just like a 4250-120. This thing can actually work on 120 volt if I want to. So, there is a system test I had a point in mind by having this and featuring one of my smoke alarms. So, I was trying to figure out how to do that. I will have to acquire one of those smoke alarm relays, but I have not quite decided what I'm doing yet. Alright, next up we got this alarm. This is the Gentex GEC3 24WR Commander 3 horn strobe. My girlfriend got me this, FYI. I really love this alarm. My girlfriend's probably giving me another Commander 3. It's the same thing, but in white. The fire alarm will be red. And the Commander 3s are really great devices. So, yeah. Really nice alarms. Besides that, we got another Commander 3. This is my Gentex GECB. Yeah, GECB 24PWB. Basically the blue mass notification version of that Commander 3. Same thing, but just the whole body's blue lens. Same sound and everything. So yeah, it's a good alarm as well. And it's quite rare too. So yeah. Besides that, we got the Siemens UMHU-MCS. This is acting as 4-wire now. They cut the jumpers. This might be on System Test 3. I'm not quite decided because I am getting paid tomorrow, and I will probably get some 14.5 or 18.5 wire, so I'll have more of the silence devices. So stay tuned for that. Next up, we got the Gamewell AS. I might put this on the System Test as well. I just need to find another location for this. Fortunately, the set screw in there is a little stripped from the back, so I might have to get a new mounting bracket for this AS soon. But mounting brackets shouldn't cost that much. So I am not decided what device I'm putting on the system yet. For the ceiling location, it'll be in advance. So just let me know what other alarms I should place. Soon, just at the end of this video, I will be making some updates or saying some announcements. So stay tuned for the end of the video. Alright, back to the video. So my next two devices are my two system sensor PC2R Spectalar Advances. This is my second gen PC2R, as you can see it says under there. This is my first gen. See, PC2R. This is a first gen. As you can see, there's a little notch on the bottom. Pretty neat. I love the Advances. They're good devices. They're loud, but that's the whole point of fire alarms. Next to that, I got this. I haven't used this thing in a while. I might bring this back. Just let me know what you think. This is the Wheelock HSW Exceeder. I might get an HSR, which is the red version of this. But I love the Exceeders, and they're pretty nice alarms. I haven't used it in a while, though, so I might put them back in the next system test. Alright, next to that, we got the EST Genesis EG1-RFP Genesis Mini Horn. This is a pretty good alarm. It's a little bit annoying at times, but that's okay. But just warning you, if you do get one of these and you don't have a panel, just one warning to you is these only do continuous, which is the annoying thing. Next to that, we got next up, we got the Notifier NBG12L. dual action BG12, of course. And next to that, we got my other BG12, the Silent Night PS-DAH. Also a good pull station. So yeah, that's it for all the collection, or all of the commercial stuff. Now to the residential. So first of all, we got my two Vanguard Thermalsonic heat bells. These things are quite nuts. They're a little annoying to reset, but yeah, this one doesn't have a mounting bracket, but this one does, as you can see in the back. Right here, my other Vanguard heat detector bell. This is the B2-25-FT. There's not even a dash there, but it's FT. So, I got all three of these from my antique shop. These two for the same one. This one's from a separate one. Okay. So next up, we got this. I completely forgot the model of this. This is the Kidde. It's the Kidde HD135F. So it's a heat detector, not a smoke alarm. It's a heat alarm. Same concept though. It works the same way, but just detects heat instead of smoke. I might install this in my garage. I have not quite decided what I'm doing that in there yet. But yeah, these do have battery backup with hardwired as well. Next to those, we got the Kidde Nighthawk PE9 photoelectric smoke alarms. Like I mentioned before, I got these both for $10 from a Restore recently, about a year ago almost. And they are photoelectric. They're both the same alarm as well. Next we got this thing. This thing is a carbon monoxide detector. It's the smallest one in my collection. This is the Universal... Oh god, this is kind of a long number. It's the MCD 305S. It is a carbon monoxide detector. This has a 10-year battery in it, so you can't really move it. I'm not testing that because it's quite loud. Right here, we got an FG200. My other one's still above the stairs, which is not doing anything. This one, these smoke alarms kind of suck. These are by Family Guard. It's the FG200. Good alarm too. I mean, not really that good, but you'll more so see these sometimes in homes, but most of the time you'll see them in like RVs or campers. You might see these from time to time in campers as well, but yeah. Right here, we got this Performax smoke alarm. This is a rebrand of Citadel or any other company that rebranded these. This is the Performax GS52 or 528A. Performax is actually a Menards brand. If you don't have a Menards in your area, you'll more likely find the Smart Electrician version of these, that, or Citadel that also made these. I think they're the original company that made these, but I could be wrong. We got this. This is the Kidde SD8R, I think that's what it was. 20 SDR. Yeah, 20 SDR. This is warning you if you have one of these in your house. This is warning you if you haven't heard one. Be prepared because these things are quite loud. Next to that, we got a newer version of the Nighthawk. This is the Kidde. I forgot the model of this one again. This is the Kidde P9050. Which is photoelectric. I9050 or I9030 or whatever the brand that is. My mom's room has one. It's the ionization version of this, and it says photoelectric is the sticker. This is from 2013. This is from 2001. Now we have this piece of shit. This thing is just a multi-purpose, a photoelectric smoke detector. It's general purpose, I think, is what the company that made these. This thing sucks. I still don't know why I own this. Just don't give me grief about that. Next up, we got this. It's another carbon monoxide alarm. This is actually one I replaced on my house, which is actually, there's another one there that's just there for safety reasons. This is the Kidde, KN-COB-LP2 carbon monoxide alarm. This is from 2020. So yeah, pretty neat. Next to that, we got the BRK 4120B. Still don't have a wiring harness for it, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go on eBay and see if there is one. No battery in it still, but pretty neat. Fun fact, my old apartment used to have the smoke alarm in it when I live in Illinois. We have a similar one. This is newer, and it's just battery. This is the First Alert SA303. This is quite new, 2021. So, it hasn't been for years yet. These smoke alarms are pretty neat. I've seen these a couple times out in the field. My old apartment, or my old house in Illinois had one of these. But it was very yellowed. My old house also had one of those thermosonic bells. Actually, I think there was at least 5 in the house. Only a few of them didn't activate. We got my 2 Masterguard smoke detectors. I forget the models of these. The MGB 308. Right, no, 380T smoke alarms. These are also photoelectric. These 2 are ionization, by the way. Yeah. I forgot to mention that the FG200 is also ionization. But most of these are photoelectric, though. I'm trying to look up online, see if we can find one of those that has a strobe on it. They're both the same for 2004, I think. But yeah, pretty neat. Here's one of my favorite carbon monoxide detectors. This is the First Alert GC1, the GC01. I think SCR Safety has one of these, but I could be wrong. But yeah, these are pretty neat carbon monoxide alarms. This is not that old either. This is from 2019, as you can see. August 9th, 2019. So, yeah. I love that. Come on. Next to that, we got the First Alert CO606 carbon monoxide detector, aka the mistakenly bought, but I like it. Now that's a little bit. Is the knockoff stuff. We got this little siren thing. You just cut the horn to the siren as well on this, so it's just a strobe. It's pretty neat. But yeah, I like the alarm. Don't ask why I spelled CO2 on there. I just did. Next to that, we got the Fake Alert. Surprisingly, this thing's quite loud. I cut the wires to the horn as well, but I'm going to reattach them soon. You figure how. Just wanted to do get one of these. Be prepared, because a lot of times the strobe on these would more likely be red, but surprisingly, mine's actually just clear. We got my call point here. I must say it. My other 2 call points that don't have glass in them. The fake BG12, which, you know, sucks. And for this last little minute, we got this crappy 4-wire smoke detector. If I get a panel, I might try to figure out how to use this, but don't know. I also have my other 2400 in here, which is unfortunately dead. So, yeah. That's my entire collection. So, once again, except for the advances, you guys can tell me in the comments what devices you want me to, where you want me to put the alarms. Obviously, same thing with the SR. You can tell me where you want me to put a horn strobe, in which location. Like the only 3 spots I have available at the moment is the hallway, the one by the bathroom, and also in my room. And you can also pick the pole stations too. So, yeah, let me know in the comments. Another thing is, I'm going to be making a request system test page at some point. I have to figure out how to do that. And also, I'm going to wait until I get more devices to do that. Probably sometime now in October. So, yeah. And also, since school is starting up, just expect some fire alarms and siren recordings to be a little tight because of that. But don't worry, I will still be posting. And just let me know what you guys want me to do for System Test 3, which comes out next month on the 10th. So, stay tuned for that. And I'll see you on the premiere of that video if I can figure out how to do that. So, stay tuned for that video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and also check out my other content if you feel like it. So, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for the last time I say that, and have a great night.